Hello friends, this is Scott. It is the last weekend of January and we're down here at the hobby farm and it is a bluebird day. Literally 50 degrees. I mean, we still have quite a bit of snow on the ground, but it should be melting fast, but it'll get cold again. And we've got some rain and snow in the forecast for next week, but kind of gives us a little bit of a preview to what spring might bring. A little apprehensive to get too excited about spring after last year's winter experience, but I see all the projects in my brain that I have to do. Now, Mr. Lincoln and I took a little walk, and I did get to see the ugliest sheep in my part of the county. This one, I've been seeing him occasionally. I don't see him all the time. I hadn't been able to photograph him yet, but here he is with his girlfriend. So, there's love no matter what you look like, it looks like. So, this one reminds me of a Star Wars movie. I don't remember which one, but Well, this trip down was to install a quarter-round trim in the kitchen. And I just bought some real cheapo stuff because I've never done quarter-round trim, so we're going to try that. This is just pine. They also sell it in oak, which is double the cost, so I thought, I'd just try the pine. And then I got some wood stain, and this is just a classic black because the black and the blue and the white is kind of my theme for this home. So anyway, after one coat of the stain, it looks like it needs a lot more. So I think it took a total of 3 or 4 coats just to get it to look fairly decent. But got them all stained up. I think that was after 1 coat still, so I'll show you what they look like as they're installed. So we get in the kitchen here, and this is where it's going. That's why when you're doing flooring, it's pretty forgiving because as long as you leave a little bit of a gap, which you need for expansion anyway, you don't have to be exact in your cuts. And so I just need to cover up this crack around all the cabinets. And that's what the quarter round is for. As you see, I need a lot more touch up of the blue paint too, but I'll put the trim on and then I'll come back through when I do a final touch up and get everything looking ship shape when I'm all done with all the trim. I also brought down some other trim work that I needed to finish up, and I'll show you those projects on the end of this video. But right now we'll start with the kitchen, and we'll get all this gap covered in and make it look a lot better. Now I was toying between using a dark brown or a different wood tone for the trim around these cabinets. And I decided I'm just going to use black because that's what I ended up painting the registers, the heating registers and things like that. So here we go. And it's such a small piece of wood. A quarter round really doesn't cover up much, but it does cover up what it needs to. And then there's those gaps. So it looks pretty sharp. And again, with darker cabinets, it's really hard to see underneath there anyway. But one thing I learned about edges and angles with this type of trim is not much. I was able to work on it. There's just a part that I ran out of wood. I need to finish that. But I worked on this, and it's not perfect by any means, but most of the imperfections I did were tucked away where you're not going to see them anyway. But the main part that you're looking at looks pretty sharp. So that's just a simple project. I'm going to do some in front of the front door and the back door also. But here's what I had left from last weekend's project is I still had the header boards. This is the master closet that is hooked into the spare bedroom closet. So I had the trim pieces on the sides in. I just needed to put the header in. And it was a pretty simple project. As you see, I still have to go through and do all the, the caulking and puttying and painting of the inside of the doors. I still have several doors to do. For various reasons, I didn't get into any of this kind of work this weekend. I just put up the main trim that I brought down. But there's the header board inside the closet, looking pretty good. And then here is the other side of that closet door. And I had the side pieces I put on. And I just got to put the header piece on. And then again, do all the putting, patching, sanding, caulking, and painting. And there's the inside of the spare bedroom that I did last weekend that I just didn't quite get around to finishing, all the different aspects of making her done. So, but there's the header board in the closet on this side. So we had both header boards inside and out that I installed this trip. And in the cat room, head around this closet. And I'm not doing inside the closet, just the outside of the closet. It's such a small little closet. Nobody's going to get in there and look at the trim. I just actually left the old trim in there. And the door. I've got this side of the door to do. And as you see here, I got all that installed. It just takes minutes. I mean, once you get a few of them on there, it's you know what you're doing. It's pretty simple. And then I got to do the closet. And I'll show you what that looks like here. And that's all header boarded up and side trimmed. So that looks pretty good. I still have a couple cat doors I've got to fix in this room and patch. But we'll get to that as we get to it. I need to get it done, though, before I get the baseboard material down here. I need 125 feet of baseboard, but the truck's broke. Now here I just threw up a board with just 2 nails just so I could see kind of how the trim's going to go here. I've got to redesign the laundry room, so we'll figure that out. But anyway, it was a quick trip down and only spent a couple nights and a couple days. But yeah, we're getting there, and I'm just waiting for my truck to get back from the shop, and then I can get the baseboards and we can get this part of the project finished off. Well, thanks for watching this video. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Thank you.